So it's already on the Facebook Live. So please, dear leaders, please share. What happened? Nobody is speaking.
Yes, ma'am.
We want to keep quiet now.
Okay. And just a minute. Let's start sharing the what is the to our Facebook Live one by one. Let's take 1 minute so that everyone will be able to see. Have we start sharing?
Yes.
Would you like me to go and share my my slides, or did you want to go and do this, Lydia?
Eventually, dear.
Yeah, I'm coming. Yes, I did.
Did
Yeah.
you want to go and share the slides, or did you want me to do it from my end?
The slides you can share today, and yes, we all the top council leaders of India have arranged some questions so that we can ask you, and you are there to reply. And also before uh, start, so I would like to welcome all the leaders here.
Thank you.
Good afternoon and namaste and kurumjari and everyone welcome, and especially all the Facebook Live viewers. And today we would like to welcome Mr. Aidan Ward, who is the project director, project manager of Global Unipay. And today we are going to discuss that what is Global Unipay and what are the business opportunities behind this Global Unipay and what we can give through these Global Unipay opportunities and what is the hot news is there, and what we are going to get in future. So before starting, I would like to introduce only just a name, and that's it. Because if I start introducing one person, then I may take the 30 minutes to introduce one person. I know everyone is the big leader. So I'll not take much time. And the first, I would like to welcome Aiden Ward, in between of us, and everyone knows that he's the person who brought all the projects very successfully in the Global Unipay, and he's a project director. And unfortunately, Valentin is not able to come in our midst now because of some urgent works. And so in the next hot seat, he will come too. Right, Aiden? For today, you are the one.
I know, I know. Sorry, guys. We wish that we could go and both be at the on the one meeting at the one time, but I'd like to go and say that when it comes to providing the energy, I think I've got him pegged for that. When it comes to information, Valentin's the man. But when it comes to energy and getting everyone excited and passionate, then you're looking at the guy. First off, I want to go and welcome all of the leaders and all of the Indian Everidge community that are watching with us right now. I want to go and see on the Facebook Lives if you can see me correctly, if you can go and hear me correctly. It looks pretty good all on my end, but I just want to go and make sure that we're getting some big reactions in the post because we have got a whole ton of information to go and share with you all regarding the newly announced FNT, the FinTech token that was disclosed on July the 7th last week. So, out of our leaders who are with me today in this Zoom room, I want to go and see some excitement from each of you as well. I want you to go back to 2019 when the crypto unit was first announced and first launched, and everyone was so excited because we've got an absolute cracker of an opportunity for all of our Everidge community who can go and see the vast potential. Now, Dr. Lydia, could I please get you to allow me to share my screen?
Sure. And before that, I'm sorry I haven't introduced any one of us here. But when your time comes, and before I bring you on the stage, I mean, to ask any questions from your side, I will introduce one by one. So that, and I'm requesting on behalf of our Indian partners, I then would you speak little slower because your English, and we are not having any translation here today, and we are just running this Facebook Live only in English language. So we hope that you understand. And yes, I'll give you the co-host so that you can share your screen.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Aiden. Take your own time.
Okay, perfect. Hang on one second. That one there. All right. So, let's get some responses as to who was on the meeting last Thursday when Valentin, Armand, and myself went and actually, shared the announcement of the FNT and our quest to go and get the FinTech license.
I think almost we all were there.
Lovely. Fantastic. So I'm going to go and skip the introduction as Dr. Lydia has already gone and done such an amazing introduction and made me feel quite welcome within the Indian community. So a little bit of a brief introduction as to what Global Unit Pay was, or is, sorry. There was a list of 30 odd questions that were provided to both Valentin and myself prior to this meeting, this webinar. So I aim to go and cover as many of those questions within the actual presentation. And then if there's anything else that needs to have clarification, as best as I possibly can, we will go and provide today. So, Global Unit Pay, what is it? Global Unit Pay is a Swiss advanced blockchain based platform with additional capabilities. We provide the most complete and technically advanced set of services for B2B, B2C, and C2C financial transactions. We've gone and partnered up with some of the most reliable action takers within the market to ensure that we can provide a full list of services that are complementary to the technology that we have gone and built. Groundbreaking, in fact. So our services were fully designed and conceived thinking about the client's present and future needs by focusing on innovation, reliability, and security. Now, when it comes to Global Unit Pay, to our ever expanding community across the globe, Global Unit Pay is the payment system that links all of our amazing projects together through the ever rich back offices. So that gives a little bit of a brief introduction so that you know exactly what we're actually talking about in terms of the project and the ecosystem. Now, the FNT token is our way of providing more opportunities to our community. All right. For ever since we went and launched in January last year, a lot of people, I'd go and say majority of our network, has actually gone and asked, what sort of opportunities are there for me to either make money or multiply it within Global Unit Pay? We think that this would be an incredible avenue to actually go and reignite the passion and the excitement and the sense of hope that we all went and experienced when the crypto unit was first launched. So the FNT token is going to be our platform's utility token. This all happened and stems from a story that happened about 15 odd months ago. And it was 2 weeks into me starting with Global Unit Pay as the project manager. At the time was Marshall, his assistant. Valentin, myself, and Marshall were meeting like we did every Tuesday. But we were discussing a lot of the future about Global Unit Pay. There was still a lot of hype with WCRU and the crypto unit blockchain, and Unitex had just gone and launched. So it was natural for us to go and have these specific conversations as to whether we could go and create a token that would go and function in a way on Global Unit Pay. And so there was one suggestion that popped up to go and say, another STO so that we were double dipping into global unit pay. But the other one was a utility token, something that we could go and do a release to our community, and then of course to the external markets across the globe. And as global unit pay has gone and evolved and progressed and gone and developed over those last 15 months, so too has this idea that started off way back then, when we had that first initial brainstorm. So the things that you just need to go and understand about FNT, and understand that not everything has gone and yet been announced. The white paper hasn't been released just yet. The tokenomics hasn't been released just yet. They will in time. This is really the start of that opportunity, very similar to how when Andre first gave the announcement of his idea for the global portfolio and to go and tokenize that, which led to WCRU. Now, it's not being an STO. This is going to be specifically the utility token that goes and moves global unit pay forward to the next level. So this is going to be built on the crypto unit blockchain. Number one, the total supply is going to be 1 billion FNT. It's not going to be GUPC. It's not going to be GUPT like we initially thought. It's going to be FNT token. I want to go and see some hearts. I want to go and see some emojis in this Facebook, where this Facebook Live is actually showing. If you're excited about this specific prospect. So 20% of that 1 billion FNT, approximately 200 million, will be reserved specifically for our internal community, meaning that there's plenty to go around to meet everybody's budget, to go and meet every single country, so that more partners have the opportunity to go and secure themselves their participation in this next step forward. So we're going to be doing internal, which is coming up very shortly, and external market token sale rounds, which will start from about 4 to 6 months from now. There will be staking options, and there will also be additional bonuses for participants, like airdrops, launch pads, all of these sort of things, which will happen as we develop through each stage of the roadmap, which I will show you again today. So, what is the whitelist? Well, in previous times, whenever we've gone and had, projects go and launch in the back office, there has been a little bit of a logistics issue as to first in best dressed, okay, but what if there's some technical difficulties? What if there are server issues? What if internet doesn't go and work as well in one country as there is another? Well, this doesn't go and create an equal opportunity for those people who have expressed most interest in actually participating. So the whitelist was there to go and solve that problem. How can we go and ensure that the people who are with us every step of the project's way, how can we ensure that they can also go and partake in this opportunity as well? Well, we go and create an expression of interest or a whitelist, so that you'll be able to go and reserve your own package prior to the launch. And you turn around and say, Global Unit Pay, thank you for this opportunity. This is the package that I want. This is what I have available to go and invest in when the launch goes and comes in. Can you please hold that package for me? And we say, of course. You've gone and jumped on the whitelist. You've gone and registered your interest. We're more than happy to go and save you a package, whether that's the $100, whether that's the $2,000, or whether that's the $15,000 as well. So as you can see with this matrix, you can kind of get an idea as to where we're going. Now there's only going to go and be one stage of this internal sales. Once these 12,636 packages have been completely bought out, that's it for our internal sales, and we will then be starting the external sales from there. If for whatever reason the 12,636 has not been exhausted, then we will be moving towards external sales between that 4th and 6th month. So, what does, say, each package go and we have to go and talk in terms of points at the moment because the FNT token has not yet been built. It's technically incorrect for us to turn around and say that you will go and get these FNT tokens just because they aren't built. Those points will be exchanged.
Aidan. Yeah. So sorry to I think we should because we the top council members of India, we had prepared a list of questions, and I think let's start coming directly to those questions one by one. One by one, the top council member will ask the question and you will answer, because I think this presentation is being the partners of from India had already gone through this presentation, earlier.
Not quite at all. We actually went and made some changes based on our feedback. So our packages have actually gone and changed. Originally, there was 7,895 packages,
Okay.
that were available, but we've since gone and changed that to 12,636. We actually moved the 10,000 packages and divided that to go and make sure that there was a better price point of 100 units, and to also go and divvy it up a little bit more so that there were more packages for more people across our community.
Right. So, but still, like, people want that because people of India had already gone through the presentation a few days back by you and Valentine and Armand. So, in my opinion,
Atul, please let him know.
yeah, just a moment. So
Let
if
say
if
the
if we if we continue with the question answer, because we had prepared a set of questions, and every leader will ask some questions from you and you will answer, because we had prepared the format like that only. So I think
Right.
that's better.
let him
Uh,
finish this thing and then we will start our part. Yeah.
yes, that was the flow at all.
Okay. Okay.
Awesome. So, as I was saying, you can go and see based on this matrix as to what amount of tokens you will eventually go and receive per each package. So I'm going to go and skim over this pretty quickly, just because, as Atul had gone and said, this presentation has already gone and been shown to the Hindi community. So in months 1 and 2, which is where we're at right now, we're going to be looking to set up all the documentation and all the written infrastructure for this pre-sale phase. That's going to be concept development, white paper, tokenomics. You get the idea. Months 2 and 3 is when we're going to be starting to go and announce via public relations, integrate token sale on our website, start developing that tech. It's really going to go and be that incubation phase for what we have in store. From months 3 and 4, we're going to go and start that external market campaign. We're going to be organizing strategic partnerships, creation of the smart contract, and the commencement of the external private sales. Months 4 through till 6, we're going to be closing private sales, start external pre-sales, and this is where the integration and testing of the token in Global Unit Pay will really be put through the ringer. This will be campaigns, this will be airdrops, like I went and said. We'll be looking to go and market to influencers and really get some hype surrounding, so that we can ensure that when the FNT is available to the external market, that we're not just relying on our community to go and stimulate the growth of the FNT. This is a huge market because we've already gone and made some significant headway into becoming a fintech juggernaut. Not just a giant, but a juggernaut. One of the decision makers, one of the game influencers when it comes to the fintech industry. Already we have the foundation to go and deliver on these very wild dreams, because we do have everything in place to go and make this a reality. So you as co-owners should be bouncing up and down, getting excited, instead of CRU being the most trending three-letter combination within our community. Let's get FNT to go and be the new hype surrounding, so that we can ensure that when we go and launch, that it's not just our internal community who's with us 100%, it's the external as well. Now, the utility coin, what it's going to go and be used for, this has already gone and been spoken about previously. So I'm just going to go and glaze over it very, very quickly. The utility coin is going to be built so that it can be used in lieu of fiat currencies, on global unit pay at least. So instead of using USD or Euro or any other I suppose, currency that has been integrated, if you didn't want to go and use that, you would be able to go and use the FNT for different sort of operations to go and cover the cost. Whether that's going to be IBANs, whether that's going to go and be the maintenance fees within cards, whether that's going to be any management fees for accounts, some of the ATM fees as well, and of course, loading and unloading, so topping up and withdrawal fees also. So let's go and get some hype for FNT. I want to go and see those three letters trending within all social media when it comes to our community from now until forever. So, like it was previously mentioned by Atul and previous leaders, we are very happy to go and answer the questions that the Indian community have gone and had. But I hope that in the last few slides, I've been able to go and provide you with some of those answers, which we will cover today. So, Dr. Lydia, would you like to start?
Actually, some of the points has been added up before the meeting which you held on 7th of July this month, and from that time, quite the changes has been done in the slides I can make out, and the leaders also must have found, and that's really interesting. It's really great news. And now, and I would like to take a privilege from our Indian partners on behalf of them. We as a top council members would like to clarify some more questions in detail. Everything has
Of
been
course.
mentioned in the slides, but just to make our partners, make them understand more. So we would like to ask some few questions from your side.
Definitely.
Yes, I'm not going to ask that what is the Global Unipay and what is FNT token usage and all. So I would like to give a floor first to Sir Atul G. Gupta, because he's a leader from North India, and he is working very successfully with his wife Mem Bhavna, and behind Mem Bhavna is also supporting, and he has got lots of questions. Because the question is not from him side, but from his partners and for Indian partners, especially Hindi speakers. So the
Yeah.
floor is yours.
Hello, everybody, and very good afternoon to all of you. Hello, Adam. How are you? So, yeah, please.
Oh no, I'm doing really, really well.
Okay.
Thank
So,
you for having me.
so Adam, that's very good. In fact, as we all know that right now the Bitcoin is uh, on the lowest side, and as we all see that Bitcoin touches the 4-year lowest side right now, and our company is still working day and night. Everything is doing by the company for the community, and all the strategic council members, you Valentine, you are working very hard, and 24/7 you are working. So it really gives a very positive energy to us. So and a few days back, when we came to know that the company is coming up with the global unit pay tokens, and very soon on 20th of July, from 20th of July, this global unit pay tokens will coming for us for the community initially, then we were very excited. But during discussions with the partners, some important question and answers were coming up from Indian partners. So I'm asking you some question on behalf of my Indian team and Indian partners. So, Aidan, what is the aim of FNT token, and where all funds collected against this tokens will be used?
So there's a couple of ways that I can go in and answer that. I can go and say from a co-owner's perspective, and I can also go and say in terms of the opportunity perspective. Like I said at the start, for over a year, we have had partners not just from India, but everywhere else across the globe within our community. How can I go and make money through GUP? Is there an opportunity that I can go and make money through GUP? How do I go and multiply? How can I go and increase my wealth? How can I go and invest in? Like, the amount of times I've had people turn around and say, Aidan, is there a way that I can go and invest into Global Unit Pay? I've had to go and say, not right now, could be something in the future. This is what this is for, so that we can go and create an asset that is going to go and be regularly used within our platform for years to go and come, and we're giving all of our community the first look in getting their hands on as many as they possibly can before the launch even goes and happens. When the launch goes and happens, we can go and see that, with our community, they could seriously go and make a dent in raising the value of the FNT, because it's going to be used for a lot of the, I suppose, account fees or products or services within GUP in the future. As Global Unit Pay goes and grows, so too will the need for the FNT token. Now, we're looking to go and evolve our license from being a Swiss SRO to bypass the e-money and then move into the fintech license. Once we go and hit our fintech license, we are one shy away from actually being able to apply for our banking license. Now, for everyone who's ever gone and seen Global Unit Pay, there's always been that idea, wow, we could actually go and be a crypto bank, right? Yes, of course, we could. But with Global Unit Pay, we have not gone and received a single investment aside from the initial one to go and get us started. So what this goes and does for our partners and our community, gives them an incredible opportunity to go and get themselves an asset before it goes and launches that we know will go and have multiple use cases within our platform. From Global Unit Pay side, all funds that are actually invested in through this FNT whitelist and also the internal sales will be looking to go and build Global Unit Pay better, pay for some of the licensing, upgrade some of our infrastructure. Promotions and marketing has been said in the roadmap. There will be, a part of that budget that of the revenue that we've been able to crowdfund or crowd invest, used to ensure that we can go and nail this roadmap as seamlessly and quickly as possible.
Okay, so that's a very good answer. So, Adam, the another question is, what is whitelist? Because people in India, like we have gone through, we have since we are into the cryptocurrency market, and we are working with this company from past 4 years. I'm personally working from past 4 years. So we often listen a white paper, but what is whitelist actually? So partners are unable to understand this whitelist, and who can participate in that whitelist? This is the question.
Of course. Yeah. So, to be honest with you, Atul, but prior to seeing the term, I had no idea what a whitelist was. Typically when I go and see a piece of paper, that's technically a whitelist. So I was a little bit unsure of what the terminology referred to. But from what I've been able to gather, it's a professional term to go and say an expression of interest register. So what you're doing is you're registering your expression of interest, and to go and say, hey, this is the package that I want to go and and reserve for myself, so that when the launch comes, I don't have to go and worry about someone taking my package if it's the last one. It's to go and reserve the package that you yourself want to go and invest in. So that's what the whitelist is. Who can participate? Anyone within Everidge. This is an internal sales. This will be done on the Crew Eversent tab, which means also that if there are any minors who, or any parents who want to go and make sure that their kids can go and get some as well, because it's going to be done on the Crew Eversent tab, they'll be also able to use the units in their back office to go and secure themselves some FNT for when they're 18.
Okay, that means the community who are not a part of our system, of our average community, if they want to participate, starting from 28th of July, so they need to register with average, and they will become the part of average, and they can participate in the whitelist, right?
Yeah, that's it. It's very similar to how the EIPs used to go and work, except for instead of education packages, it's for the FNT token when that goes and comes out. Because this isn't going to be a securitized asset, it's a lot easier for us to be able to register it, get it up and running, and there won't be as many hurdles as what WCRU or the crypto unit was faced with, because that's not with a securitized asset.
Right. Okay. So another question is, what special benefits will be given to the whitelist community?
Well, for the whitelist, I mean, even say if we didn't go and have the whitelist, let's go on and say that the whitelist didn't even exist, right? We just kept on going like we did when stage 1 ever sent, stage 2 ever sent, stage 3 ever sent. Even back in the EIP days, when we moved from stage 1 through to, I think it was 15 stages, all right? It was basically first in, best served. So what the whitelist goes and does is it goes and creates a way for people to go and say, hey, Everidge, please go and save this package for me. That's all that the whitelist goes and secures. Those holders of FNTs, as I've gone and said, in terms of the benefits, there's going to go and be airdrops, there's going to be staking opportunities, there's probably going to be a lot more when the time comes. It's just I don't have the that sort of information just yet, because we're so early into the piece. And I hope you all understand that we don't have all the answers right now, but as we're able to go and announce more information, hand on heart, we're always going to be due diligent to make sure that everybody is informed as to what sort of benefits are offered. But the ones that I can safely go and say is that you'll be getting yourself an asset or what would you go and say, a commodity for our platform. And just think, when we go and reach that fintech license, think of when we're a crypto bank, how many high volume investors, how many high volume businesses are going to want to go and have those FNTs to go and cover their account costs. Because right now, we do have Global Unipay for free, sure. But who's to go and say that down the line, we go and say, okay, well, we're going to go and make the KYC and the compliance a little bit more extensive to go and preserve our platform. Who's to go and say that we don't go and increase the cost of business accounts that have that are yet to go and be onboarded? Who's to go and say that we may even go and do an Everidge community discount? Like, that's all speculation at the moment, but this is the possibilities as to how we can go and evolve. And when we are attracting these high volume investors, these high volume businesses, we'll be able to go and drive that price of the FNT up. And because of it being at I suppose, a low to medium supply of 1 billion in total, Everidge as a community has the opportunity to go and reserve 20%, 1/5 of the supply straight for ourselves.
Okay. And the last question from my side, I think, but you had already answered that question, but still, can you share about the FNT introductory prices packages and how many stages will be there?
One stage, and the packages range from 100 units, 250 units, 500, 1,000, 2,000, 4,000, 8,000, and 15,000.
Right. Thank
There
you.
is no limit to the amount of packages that you can go and buy. Basically, how many units you've got in your back office, fantastic. You can get as many as you'd like.
Right. So there is no, that means there is like CRU stages, like ever since, like there is no any foundation. Like one can buy n number of package in the same stage.
Of course, yeah. There's only one stage. So once that 12,636 packages have gone and been invested in, that's it. That's us done for internal sales. We'll then go and move and accelerate the external sales as well.
Okay. Thank you, Aiden. That's all from
No
my
worries
side.
at all.
Yes, and thanks, Aiden, for your sweet answer. We should say sweet answer because we love to hear only the positive answers and good news. And next is we would like to give a floor to Dr. Pandirajan, and he's the person who bring the biggest sale in Tamil Nadu, and he's the great doctor, and he left his practice in Malaysia, and he is dedicating our his profession for our business. So he's a great leader and great supporter in the South India. So now let us see that what are the questions he has got from our Indian partners. So the floor is yours, Dr. Pandey.
Okay, thanks, Lydia ma'am, and welcome Heidenberg and Valentine and all the top leaders and all the Indian community. Really, we are happy today. We have this meeting, this hot seat, very powerful. Just now you are answering all the questions. We are happy because of our community. We are asking many questions. Every time Indians want to make the business number one in the world. So the same time, they will ask more questions. Whether they clear the doubt, they will boom the sales. It is our Indian culture. Here I am happy to share this thing. So I will ask, and also I want to thank Heidelberg and Valentine. You are working very hard in the global unit way to bring our company number one in the world. Also, we are very cooperate with these things. So here, our company going to release this token. Really, we are excited, very happy to purchase the tokens. So I also have some doubts regarding my community people. So I will ask the questions. Thank you. So actually, I plan to ask the first question is the important question, but actually you have answered the question. We want the $100 package. This one we are asked in the council meeting many times. So now you have given the happy news. There is $100 package. That is very happy news for our Indian people. Can buy more packages. Even they have less money also, they can buy the $100 package. So that question I don't want to ask again. So that is the question I plan to ask, whether companies having any plan to reduce the entry package from 250 to 100 units for easy entry of clients. But this one you say ready have. Thank you very much. The second question, whether FNT token is going to give any dividend in the near future. This is my question.
It's not a securitized token offering like the WCRU. So it won't be a dividend as such, but there will be a staking opportunity that will go and be provided more information as we progress through stage, I suppose, 1 to 2 months of the roadmap towards getting this thing done. In terms of the $100 package, it's I think Valentin might be psychic. He's a bit of a mind reader because he had this done yesterday, one day before we actually went and had today's meeting. So that was all to do with him. He's the mind reader. But yes, back to dividend with the utility token. No dividends, but there will be staking opportunities.
Thank you very much. Okay, for the next question, what guarantee you will be giving for FNT token will be benefited to our early partners who are participating in our whitelist?
What benefits?
Yes. What guarantee? I'm asking what guarantee you will be giving.
Guarantee?
Yes, you will be giving FNT token will be benefited to our early partners who are participating in our whitelist.
Oh, I mean, in terms of benefit guarantee,
Yes.
I'm not going to go and say a specific, number of value. I've learnt my lesson from previous times as a co-owner, as a partner, and also as a project manager, never to go and promise something that is uncertain. What I can go and tell you and what I can go and guarantee is that as global unit pay goes and grows, more people across more parts of the world get to go and see what sort of revolutionary, project we actually have on our hands, what exciting avant-garde platform that we have on our hands that we're co-owners of. Well, the whitelist and this specific opportunity, just the internal sales even, guarantees you to go and get access to the FNT, the FinTech token that is going to go and be used across global unit pay for the years to come. We don't know what's going to go and happen in 5 years in terms of our growth. We know that we're going to go and be huge. We have all the building blocks in terms of that. The FMT is going to be very similar to, say, how cryptounit.com has got, sorry, not cryptounit, crypto.com has got the CRO. That's a foundation part of their platform. FNT is going to be a foundation of global unit pay once it's been launched and integrated. That's the guarantee that I can go and give you.
Yes. In India, anywhere we go to buy anything, purchase, we pay money. First we ask, what's the guarantee? What's the warranty? This is normal question. So that's why I'm asking you what guarantee for us, because I'm asking for my community. That's all.
Yeah,
okay.
I'm not going to go and disclose a monetary amount as to what it's going to be worth, but all I know is that I've been speaking to people all across Australia, all across New Zealand for the last week, explaining exactly what I've gone and explained to you, and they are going all in, which is incredible because when we have gone and exhausted just 20% of the total supply, that doesn't go and limit you or our community to going and getting just 20%. We can then go out into the external markets. We can go and get it basically for a pittance because we know the value it's going to go and have as global unit pay goes and grows. We have an incredible sales team who is looking to go and onboard more clients and more businesses within our platform that will need FMTs to go and use different sort of operations and functions and to receive benefits. We've got an incredible sales team that are working on getting new coins to be listed not on global unit pay solely, but also Unitex as well. And one of the prerequisites is that they have to go and open up a business account on global unit pay in order to go and receive. They are still going to need to go and have FNT tokens. We're partnered with a number with a company that has got a network of 18 exchanges. Unitex is the 19th now, and we'll be able to go and get the FNT out to exchanges all across the world. This is going to go and be a staple, and that is my guarantee.
Okay, thank you. One more question.
Mm.
The last question. For example, I asked for the minimum $100 packages. Same time in India, $15,000 package also they will suddenly take. But now, first of all, they apply for that. If a person fill the form for buying the package of whether $100 or $250, but he has more money on the particular day, 28 July. Can he buy the bigger package? Suddenly, he $15,000 he have that day, but he fill up the form is $250. So that day, $15,000 package he can buy or not, eligible or not?
Yeah, of course. You'd be able to go and speak with support. So if some circumstances go and change, then yeah, shoot support a message and say, hey, I went and registered I went and registered my interest on the whitelist for the 500 package, but I've had an absolute cracking week and have gone and bought in an extra 500 units. Can you go and upgrade me to the 1,000 unit package? And the support team will be like, yes, Of course.
Yeah, why? Because many people, the last minute, they will try for the money and want to interest to purchase the bigger package. But now they maybe now they have less money, they will apply for the lower package. If it is possible, means surely it is very happy. The last minutes also they can bring more money, can buy the bigger package. It is very good. Thank you,
Yeah.
Aidan.
That's okay. If I can just go and also add as well, because there was another question that related to the inverse of that. So the whitelist isn't saying you putting in your details to go and have that transaction finalized. You will still need to go through the necessary process of doing your verification code at the very bottom of the page once you've gone and selected. So while it is to go and hold your spot, to reserve your spot, kind of like it reserved car spaces or car parking, right? You'd be able to go and say, well, listen, things have actually gone and changed. Maybe I need to go down, a package below. Maybe I need to go a package above. But so long as you're communicating with support, they will be able to facilitate that in both ways.
Thanks, Aidan, for your sweet answers. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Dr.
No worries. Thank you.
For your questions. And now I would like to give the next floor is to a lady who is a housewife and having two sons and dedicated for this company and not doing any other works. And she is none other than Mem Purnima. So Mem Purnima, if you have any questions, then Aiden Word is there to answer. So get ready, the floor is yours.
Yes. Thank you so much, Madam Vidya. Yeah, first of all, I would like to welcome Aidan Ward. Thank you so much for taking your precious time for today's Facebook Live. Yeah. Uh, my question is none other than, first question is, if a person fill up the form for biggest package 15,000 or 10,000, but he doesn't have any enough money to buy, that person can buy smaller packages.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Like I said with the previous question, just so long as you're communicating with support, they'll be able to go and facilitate either or. We're not going to go and twist your arms and say, no, you've got to registered your interest. That's the one you need to go and buy. No worries.
Yeah. And I'll continue. Next question is, can a person buy many packages like 250, 500 and other repeatedly?
Yeah, for sure.
Sure.
Yeah. So there are 12,636 packages. We're not expecting everyone to go and buy their packages. It still is very much first come, first served, exclusive offer, whoever gets in the fastest. But, if you've got extra units in there and you want to go and you've done the maths and you say, well, listen, maybe I need to go and do this, and this, over a course of a number of weeks, let's say, then yeah, for sure. Of course, if there are available packages, there's no limit.
We are so lucky. Thank you so much. Yeah. And another question is very easy, but I want to ask, where to top up and keep ready for buying GUP?
Crew Eversent tab.
Crew Evolution, yeah. Thanks again.
So you can do that a couple of ways. Like if you have units already in that tab, then fantastic. You probably don't need to, go and do anything in regards to topping up. But you could also go and use Global Unit Pay to go and fund the Crew Eversent wallet if you find that you might not go and have enough units already in there, and you want to go and make sure that everything's all in a row, ready for the launch. Amazing, fantastic. You can use Global Unit Pay, and we encourage people to go and use it as well.
Thanks again. This one is my last question. Those people who are going to buy need to verify in Global Unipay or not?
Sorry, could you just repeat the question?
Yeah.
Because what she's asking is those people who are going to participate in this white list, whether the person is required to verify it in Global Unipay or not.
No, you don't have to go and have a global unit pay account to go and get yourself, the FNT packages. And it's probably for that reason that we didn't go and have this sort of sale and this sort of, I suppose, promotion done on global unit pay rather than doing it on the Everich portal instead. So ideally, we'd love for everyone who's verified on global unit pay to go and be doing FNTs and vice versa, but it's not mandatory.
Thank you so much. My questions are all very short. That's why.
Nope.
Very, very.
It was
thanks
great.
again. The proper answer. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, my pleasure.
And all your questions is very interesting because whatever we wanted to know about, how many packages to buy and can we buy repeatedly and all, is really interesting because if someone, started having earning more money in the bonuses, and if we purchase only the 250, and if we have more money, then we can buy again. So, this kind of knowledge is very, very important. So thank you so much. And the next floor is, I would like to give to Dhruv Kumar Ji because he's by profession he's an engineer, and he is our topmost client, and he has got a very good business in whole India, and he's very supportive, and he's a great leader, and he always gives information through his YouTube link, and he is always there to support Indian partners. And now the floor is yours, Dhruv. Take your own time.
Thank you, Lydia ma'am. Hello everyone. Uh, India whose population, hello sir. India whose population and everyone grab this opportunity. My question is that everyone in India want to buy in the name of their kids, and can we minor who is below 18 years can buy any package?
Yeah, I can answer this question in two parts, right? Because it's going to be done on the Crew Eversent portal. Yes, if your kids have got units in their back office, they will be able to go and secure FNTs now and during the internal sales process. However, Global Unit Pay is an 18 plus platform, so they wouldn't be able to go and use the FNTs on Global Unit Pay until such time that they've become of age.
Thank you, sir. Next question is that are we going to receive your commission according to MLCI system? Which we are using? If yes, if then which back office wallet?
Yeah, sure. So the back office wallet is Crew Eversent. And yes, absolutely, it's going to be used for MLCI. Now, let me draw your attention to an insane promotion that has actually gone and been going since October last year. Who here has gone and ranked up within the MLCI in the last 10 months? Because you can use the FNTs to actually go and market and diversify what goes and attract new people into growing our community. Some people might not be all about Eversent, despite it being an incredible product, an incredible opportunity for present and future, but they just might not be like, yeah, okay, cool, perfume, like, sweet, each to their own. But perhaps they go and see the value of, getting the utility token for one of the first crypto banks that are going to be making moves in the not too distant future. Perhaps that's going to go and pique their interest. Perhaps they love the idea that crypto fiat is going to be done in the one safe, secure platform from Switzerland, and I get to go and invest in something that's going to give me the utility token for that platform. Yeah, sign me up. I'll jump onto Everidge. Get me a package. Let's go. Let's do this thing. And guess what? Because you're bringing in more people, that's gone towards your turnover volume. And of course, it's going to go and yield you commissions as well as get you closer to the next rank up, whether that's from agent to consultant, manager to leader manager, top manager through to vice presidente. Eh? Who would want to go and, or maybe that'll go and allow you to get those two extra presidents for everyone who's in the presidential council. Maybe that's going to go and allow you to build those two extra presidents so that you can go and get the luxury car of your choice.
Yeah.
The possibilities are endless. And when Valentin went and said, yes, this is going to go and be part of the MLCI volume, the MLCI system, I was like, mate, they are going to be selling like hotcakes. Who wouldn't want to go and be a part of this, right? I hope that answered your question, Durav.
Yes. So, Rubji, you have more questions?
My next question: how many days it's will be available, or if uh, it will be only 28 July 2022?
No, it'll be a little bit short-sighted if we limited it to just one day. Excuse me. We'll be going until, I believe, the 4 through to 6 month mark, or until the 12,636 packages have all been bought out. Whichever goes and happens sooner.
But according to me, I don't, the way we finished the first stages of CRU in the very first day of launch, and this time also, this FNT token, we are thinking that it may finish off within a day. That's what we are expecting because
Yep.
people loves this, and the opportunity behind this is cannot be imagined in future what we are going to get it.
Yeah, and that's the whole thing. That's why we're harping on the whitelist. For you to go and secure your package that you yourself want. You know, you go and see which number goes and best suits your budget, and how many you're going to actually go in and get as a result of that investment package. And they could literally go within a matter of hours. We have 1.7 million people within our community, and we have close to 600,000 who are active or semi-active. So they could very easily go within a few short minutes or even a couple of hours.
Exactly. That's what we were just discussing yesterday. Also, day before yesterday, also we were thinking that it may not go even a day. It may finish within few minutes. That's what we were discussing.
Yeah,
Yes, sir.
it wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah, Drupji. Yes, take your time.
Okay, okay. Next question is: are we going to increase more package, because lots of people grab this opportunity? So very few package. So any planning increase more package?
No plans to. That's why we changed it originally from 7,985 through till 12,636. And we actually segmented the $10,000 package to go and allow for more packages and more opportunities for more partners. I don't see there being any additional packages, but then again, they've gone and said in the past, and by they I mean Everrich, have gone and said in the past, yeah, look, this is when the opportunity ends. This is what you've got going. And then 5 days after enough complaints have come through, they're like, all right, fine, twist me arm. We'll go and, release another 2,000 or whatever, So you can't go and rule it out, but the likelihood is that it probably, what you go and see on the table is what's there that's available.
Okay, okay. Thank you, sir. Thank you, available time.
No worries to drive. Thanks for your questions.
Thank you, Drupji, and Aidan for your answer. And because we have so many top council leaders in India, that is why India becomes number one always. And we are always our time, everything for our company. And the next speaker I would like to give to a very beautiful lady. And she is, in spite of having her little voice challenges, and she's dedicated for our company entirely, and she's looking after for a different reason also, and she has got 3 children, and even though her husband doesn't support her much, but she is very successful and working and dedicating for our company. So now I would like to give a floor to our Ma'am Benny Mozui. So ma'am, please take your own time now. The floor is yours.
Thank you, Ma'am Lydia, for the time. And well, welcome to this Panadian in our midst, top leaders among the top leaders. Thank you for coming. So,
Nice.
when we say this GUB, then we just think that it's about what you call payment system. So, I was thinking, will it be made compulsory for every World Group holders to buy the FNT token or not?
I mean, 600,000 active World Crew holders into 12,636. It doesn't go and translate. It's not mandatory. It's for those people who see the opportunity and want to go and get their hands on as many FNT tokens as quick as possible, while stocks go and last effectively, because it is a finite amount.
Thank you. Well, as you know, right now we are on EVOCEN program. And then I would like to know if there will be any reflection of, will there be, it help us in achieving rank when we buy these packages?
I can actually confirm that initially when I read this question, I thought that it would be a flat no, because it's cross contamination. But Valentin went and had a look at at my answers that I gave, and he said, of course it is. So yes, it will go and have a direct reflection into the Evercent promotion as well.
Thank you so much. That is very good. Well, as you know, we have a blockchain, our own blockchain. So are we using our blockchain for this FNT token, or we're going to use another blockchain?
Yeah, I said at the start of the presentation that this was going to go and be built on the crypto unit blockchain. So this will be one of the first of hopefully many projects where we can go and build tokens that fit within our ecosystem on our blockchain that we went and crowd invested for many, many moons ago. Like, how exciting is that?
Well, another question which you have already told us. I know the answers, but for the sake of the people out there, what will be the maximum supply of this token?
1 billion. So 20% or approximately 20% will be reserved for internal sales, and the rest of the 80%, we'll have to go and have a look at the tokenomics in the white paper in terms of whether there's going to be any amount held for liquidity or some extra purpose like that. But for Everich, internal sales, approximately 20% reserved just for our community, and the rest will go and be announced during the white paper and the tokenomics being released.
Thank you, Jen, for answering all the questions.
My pleasure,
Thank you for
Benny.
coming.
No worries. Thank you for
Over
your
to you,
time
ma'am.
and questions.
Ma'am?
Benny, even though you are not feeling well today, but you somehow managed to come in our midst and asking questions on behalf of our partners. Thank you. Yes, now we will not take much time, but Aidan, please bear with us some more minutes, a few more minutes, because some leaders are still there. So next speaker is, I would like to give a floor to Miss, and she is none other than, even though she is single, and she's working very wholeheartedly, and she has got a very big team, and many partners loves to her, even though, and she is she has got many talented in different ways, but even though she has little weak in speaking English and all, everything, that doesn't matter. But she has got a very good business team in every states of India. And so I would like to give a floor to Miss Sanaya. Sanaya, the floor is yours now.
Thank you, Ma'am Lydia. First of all, Indian Talk Council leaders and Sir Aiden all together, Facebook Live, Groben Unique Company, first time Sir Ideal, Global Unipay Manager. First time Facebook Live Zoom meeting. I am very happy today. First, my question is first. Well, our FNT tokens uh, are going to unblock.
So there's no vesting period to my understanding when it comes to the FNT token. It is utility token. So once the tokens have been built and they've been integrated within the GUP platform, it's not going to be like World Crew. It's not going to be like security tokens where there's 365 days of unfreezing or anything like that. These are utility tokens, meaning that there's not nearly as much regulations and there's not nearly as much, I suppose, conditions for it to go and be built in the first place. So very happy to announce that any vesting period or unfreezing looks very unlikely. But once again, we'll need to go and just make sure when the white paper and the tokenomics are launched as to all those finite details. But to answer the question, it's not very likely that there is going to go and be a vesting period just because of how it's built.
Sir, my next question: what is the difference? What is the difference between ICO and IDO?
Oh, there is a little bit of a. There's many things when it comes to IDOs and ICOs. Things like ICOs being, I suppose, having pre-sales done within a centralized component. I did go and have some notes. Let me just get to there on the sheet here. Bear with me. Just want to make sure that I'm giving the right information. ICO, IDO. Yeah, so in contrast to an ICO where tokens are sold prior to exchange listings, tokens in an IDO are immediately listed on the DEX via which they're launched. Now, we're not quite sure. Well, I can rule out it being an ICO, and I once again implore that when the tokenomics and the white paper actually goes and gets launched, we'll be able to know what sort of infrastructure the coin is going to be built. It's not going to go and be ICO. It could be IDO, but I can't go and give that sort of information just yet. So I hope you understand, and I hope I've gone and answered the question as best as I possibly can for the Indian community.
And why he's asking that what is the difference between ICO and IDO is because in your meeting, it was held on 7th July. It was mentioned about this IDO. IDO is initial decentralized exchange offering. Yes, we know that, but still that why it has been mentioned there. That is why it's asking. Is there any
there's going to probably be a little bit of a laugh as to where I got confused with that, because the slide document was called GUP ICO, which isn't the case. So that's a personal blunder on myself for saying ICO. But once again, once the tokenomics and the white paper have been announced, we will be able to go and say confidently what sort of infrastructure it's going to go and be for the coin. At the moment, it's not really that vital information for where we are in the roadmap, but as soon as that we can go and publicly talk about how it's going to go and be built, what sort of coin it's going to go and be, Everich community will be the first to know, of course.
Actually, that day you didn't mention, but Arman has mentioned. That is why.
Shut up, Arman.
You can answer next question. Yes.
So next question. Tell us about Launchpad and airdrop.
Sorry, Sama, can I get you to just repeat that question for me?
Tell us about Launchpad and airdrop.
She is asking about, even in that meeting, again, it was mentioned that about a launchpad and airdrop. So what is That's what she's asking.
Ah, airdrop and launchpad. Right. Okay. So, in terms of the airdrops and launchpad, like I said within the slides, in months 4 through to 6, that's when we're going to be looking to start the airdrops and the launchpads and all those really cool benefits for FNT holders, and to go and attract more and more investors. Once we've gone and reached the external market. No information just yet on terms of airdrops. Please wait for additional announcements in the not too distant future when it comes to what you can go and get from the FNT tokens in terms of those specific promotions.
My next last question: when can we get white paper? When can we get white paper? When can we get white paper?
Sorry, Sane. My apologies. I'm just having a little bit of difficulty. Lydia, could you please help me with that last?
Yes. Sanaya is
When can?
no, Sana. Yeah, it's okay. I'll do that. Sanaya is asking is when we will be able to get this white paper.
Ah, the white paper. Sorry, Sine. My apologies. Okay, so the white paper is going to be done within months 1 and 2. So it is very, very close, and will probably be released and launched along with the tokenomics and all that sort of juicy information about what the FNT will go and do, how it will go and behave, what sort of benefits, yada yada yada, will be by September. Fingers crossed. Of course, that might be maybe 2 or 3 weeks, either before or after. But we ask for a little bit of patience so that we can go and get the white paper and tokenomics done as quick as possible, so that everyone knows what they're actually getting themselves into.
Thank you, sir.
No worries, Sene. Thank you.
Awesome. Because some pronunciations is different from Indian and your countries. That's why. And thank you, Sana, for your questions. And now is the person whom I wanted to give the last person to ask the question. He is the one always fight for global unit pay.
I know he is.
To bring the global unit pay to happen in India. He's the only one, I should say that, he doesn't matter at night, middle of the night, early in the morning, he keeps on sending messages to the strategic council, to the related people, so that, we can use global unipay card, we can use the global unipay opportunity in India. And he is the person and dedicated for India. And he is by profession is engineer, and he's a great leader from South India. So we would like to give a floor to Sir Ravi Kumar Munuswamy. Please take your own time now. The floor is yours.
Good evening. Good evening, everyone. Welcome, Madam. So we are always discussing on chat, okay, anywhere, Zoom, everything. Okay, so Vanakkam, Vandanam, Namaste. Okay, so for our Indian clients. Okay,
Namaste.
so thank you, Lydia ma'am. Okay, so for introducing myself. So because I am very fond of global unity, as Lydia ma'am said, I am always fighting with Mila ma'am personally. When I go to Dubai, I personally fight with Valentine sir. So we need GUP in India. Okay, so almost 90% work finished, maximum 10% we can include GP card in India. Okay, so my question, it may be the first part to you, I hope. Okay, so after the launch of F1T token, okay, everything goes good, then is there any plan to launch additional GEP token, investment token? That is my question.
It's probably a little bit too early to say, I mean, we've only just done the announcement for the FNT. Like, I'd never rule it out. There might be an opportunity that opens up years down the track once we've gone and seen the successes of the FNT, and we have the roadmap in place, as to how we can go from day one to day done. But at this point in time, let us go and build the FNT first, and then see what goes and happens in the not too distant future.
Okay, thank you, well done. Thank you, Aidan. So one more question. So
You've just cut out, Ravi.
once GUP, sorry, our FNT token is very success. Okay, advantage it will be given to Indian. Is there anything?
What advantage goes and happens with India specifically? I mean, mate, the sky's the limit, to be honest with you. And this goes out to all of our Indian community as well, you know. The number one, bigger value of WCIU. And like that seems to be everyone's favorite four letters, you know, in the English alphabet is the WCIU. Well, global unit pay's success goes and mathematically and systematically translates to a bigger global portfolio value because global unit pay is bringing home considerable profits, bigger value of WCIU, and being the co-owner of a crypto bank means that we're going to be positioned you know, best to go and bring lucrative profits. You know, India could go and have specifically some opportunities down the line, but you know, we just can't go and say what's going to go and happen in years to go and come. Like every country will go and have different ways that they are, you know, going to be shown thank you. You know, there's going to be different services and opportunities that go and support, you know, all the hard work that we've gone and done as a community. But in terms of specifics, the sky is the limit. Anything could go and happen, but there's not been any, I suppose, concrete plans to go and say, oh well, look, you
Yes,
know, if India goes and brings in
understand, Aidan.
all of this revenue, we're going to go and, you know, mount a gold statue of Ravi Kumar and Dr. Lydia and all the top leaders, you know, in every capital. Like there hasn't gone and been that sort of conversation in terms
Okay,
of it. But know that we always go and work with everyone's best interests in mind, and we don't discriminate with any country, no matter what. And we will always go and show appreciation for those people who have helped us get to where we need to go and be.
okay. So I said already, my question will be difficult for you. Okay, am I correct? Okay. Okay, my next question. So, most awaiting GEP card. Okay, so we are waiting most long time. Correct. So, our clients request. So, after we bought FNT token, is there any additional benefit or discount given to GEP card when they are buying?
I mean, you could go and use FNTs to go and pay for the platinum card when that goes and gets launched. You know, if the gold card goes and happens sooner before we go and integrate the FNT token and we get through our roadmap, you know, you could go and use the FNTs to go and subsidize the cost of the cards. Um, it in terms of any discounts, in terms of any you know, additional benefits, this will go and be announced as we progress through. So when we come down to the promotions, probably within the airdrops and the launch pads and, you know, all of that stage, I believe then that would be the time where we'd go and sit down and say, all right, what can we go and do? Like we have a couple of ideas as to what we want to go and do with the launch of the gold card, as well as the platinum as well, because those had two very big milestones as to where we want to be from where we were when we first started. You know, I think everyone remembers, you know, on day one that we came out with the platinum cards, the the limitless cards, you know, with that can go and be used everywhere, and it's going to be metal, and everyone was hyped up. But it takes a little bit of time and, you know, significant revenue in order to be able to facilitate that service. And above all else, if it's not the FNT that you're looking for yourself to go and have access to, every single fintech, FNT package that is invested in gets us that much closer to our goal of being able to deliver on all the promises we wish we could have from day one. So while we can't go and specifically say that, the global unit pay cards are going to be gifted to, people, who have got FNTs, you'll be able to go and use FNTs to go and pay for the costs. And that goes for IBANs as well. Imagine when we have our fintech license also, and we are our own IBAN provider. We no longer need to go through Bank Freak. We don't need to go through any third party. We make our own IBANs and we provide our own IBANs. Think of what that can go and do.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. So one
No
more
worries, Ravi.
question, maybe. So if anyone forget to fill the Google form, okay, whether they can buy our FNT token?
Sorry, buddy. Could you just repeat that last part?
No. If any client forget to fill the form, okay, due to unavoidable situation, so they can buy our FNT token?
Of course, yeah. Because like that all depends on the whitelist, right? So if we have got the 12,636 packages already resolved, then reserved, then there isn't any more for people to go and buy after the whitelist period has gone and completed. If some people go and are dishonorable with their purchase, so like their inquiry and their application on the whitelist, well then that will go and save whatever packages were reserved for anybody who didn't go and sign the whitelist in the first place.
But according to my
Okay, understand, sir.
better to fill.
Only one question, final one question. So what is the thing, So today 100 units are also added additionally, but in Google form it is not included. Okay, it's for your information. We have to add in Google form also that 100 unit package, so that people may not confuse.
I will speak with Yulia about that. Thank you for
for
raising that to my attention. No worries, Ravi. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, everyone. Bye. See you.
Yes, thank you, all the leaders. I think it's going to be almost 1.5 hours, and Aiden, you are the only one answering, and we all are doing only some little part. But you are really, a great leader, and you are giving 1.5 hours for Indian community. And we know that our Indian community is going to get a maximum opportunity this time also about this FNT token. So, and from today onwards, from now, the moments onwards, and I hope we have all the full knowledge what we wanted to know, and we will give all this information to our partners so that maximum partners will be able to take this opportunity. So, with this note, I would like to thank all the leaders once again who are here and spending 1.5 hours for our Indian partners, and especially for us coming in our midst, Mr. Aiden Ward, we would like to thank. And on behalf of all our Indian partners, we thank you and thanks a lot, and hope we will, like to come again another host it with you, and so that we can bring many more partners to take this opportunity, because this opportunity they may not be able to understand fully now, but they will regret if they don't take this opportunity when time is there. And that's what we wanted to give this information, and that's how we have all these hosted. And next time also, I hope everyone will be ready to do host it with you. And thanks, and thanks all the our leaders. And I hope thanks for today. And please do share today's hosted Facebook Live to the maximum partners so that everyone will be able to understand. Thanks a lot.
Yeah, before we are going to end the program, I would like to have one suggestion also. So I don't like this is the program because you must be knowing that India is having around 29 to 30 states, and almost 10 to 15 languages are different languages are there in India. We have a very big country, and we are densely populated, and we are the second highest population in the world, and we are having around 10 to 15 languages. So not almost all the people we are the population of India, they are understand, they are approachable to, they are understanding English language. So in the future time, we would like to have more hot seat, but in the regional languages also, with the with one-to-one translation, like one sentence and then translate again into one sentence, so that we can reach to the maximum number of partners, because so many partners.
Happy to.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
I did the exact same thing with Spain earlier today. And by today, I mean 6 o'clock in the morning, Australian. So, yes, no, I'm happy to go and do it in whichever format. Just let us know what sort of format you would like, and we can go and deliver that in the native mother tongue for sure.
I know it will be a little time taking for you guys, because once you will speak a single sentence, and then that sentence will be converted into Hindi language or the Tamil language or Manipuri language. It will be a little time taking process, but it will definitely more beneficial to the Indian partners. And before 28, we need to penetrate with the each and every average partners, so that everyone can participate in the whitelist with the clear mindset. So this is my recommendation.
Yeah, no, you just let me know what format you want. But I will just advise that the next week and a half is going to be absolutely chockers for my scheduling. But perhaps we can go through the slides that I went through at the start of this this meeting, and we'll just go and have them translated into whichever language. I'll go and say a paragraph, then one of the leaders goes and translates, and we'll be able to go from there. Does that sound all right?
Okay.
Just I want to share one thing.
We can discuss this after the call.
Yeah, finish. Just asking one is just 3 languages enough. Manipur, Tamil, and Hindi.
Yeah.
These 3 languages enough. Don't think 15 languages. Just 3 languages.
Only
enough.
3 languages.
Yes. That's all.
We can discuss on chat also. Let's wind up for today's hot seat. Yes. Thank you. Thanks all the leaders, and thanks Mr. Aiden for your valuable time and preciously coming in midst of us and giving all the informations regarding Global Unify and its opportunities. Okay. Thank you, everyone. Thanks especially all
Thank you. Bye bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you, everyone.
Nandri.